Okay, welcome back to part 2 of my I Am Not a GM Speed Chess Championship Round 1 matchup against International Master David Pruess. We're going to start with the 3+1 segment here in a second. So I'm leading the match 6.5 out of 8, or 6.5, 1.5 if you will. There's no point total that we're playing to. We're just playing these 3 time controls that you see. So 45 minutes of blitz coming up. I'm in control of this match. I haven't been super happy with my play, though. I think, honestly, David's just blundered a lot more than me, and he's been getting in time pressure. I think he's maybe not used to some of these time scrambles, not playing a whole lot of blitz actively. But I can pick it up. I'm taking some risks in the opening as white that I don't need to take. I'm probably going to stop playing e4. I also switched to T from coffee, you'll be happy to know. So no MJB for this segment, but I have the MJB brewing for the bullet segment, the 1+1, which will happen immediately after this. So let's try to put a good score in the 3-minute segment. That increment, one thing I want to tell myself constantly, and I'm saying it here to keep myself accountable, that 1 second increment, you should treat that as a no second increment. So it's basically as good as nothing in a time scramble. You can easily lose on time. So, okay. I reach for the e-pawn, but I'm going to play d4. David needs to obviously get back in the match, so he's going to be probably playing a little faster, making an effort to do so. Let's play the Tory attack. This is a line I'm pretty comfortable with. You can play a lot of moves here without a whole lot of thought as white. Same for black. When I've been getting reasonable positions, I have been doing just fine. So hey, if he wants to burn this time, I am welcome to that situation. Okay, let's play knight e5. I'll post the knight for a second. Just so if bishop a6, I can take and play knight c6. Doesn't really threaten much. Castle now. But if he goes knight bd7, maybe now I can play f4. We can get a little outpost going. This always presents some potential difficulties. And he sinks his knight into e4. Pretty logical. Let's take. All right, and multiple ways this can shake out. This capture system. Series of captures, if you will. Let's play... Never quite sure what to do. I'm thinking take with the knight and then play bishop e5. Or just bishop e2. Let's take and play bishop e2. Try to claim that, if he does this, at least I'll have the f-file. It's not much, but it's honest work. All right, let's go c3. There's an alignment here, but if he takes, I take with the f-pawn, of course. He might play f6, but at least I can take on d7. I feel like I have a somewhat better bishop, so that's one thing I'm looking for here. Plays c5, okay. And let's start bringing the queen over. I want to escape this alignment, so maybe I can put the queen on g3, for instance. For that reason, I think queen g5 would be pretty reasonable for him here. He does play it. Yeah, because now if I go rook f4, I'm going to have some tactical issues. So I think I have to move my bishop now. Let's say bishop c4. Just to keep an eye on this. This is going to discourage him from playing this move. So he plays bishop d5, fair. All right, let's take. Maybe a small edge for me here. He can straighten out his pawns, but yeah, I like what I'm seeing in this position. Let's go rook f4. Now I can play this move. If takes, I take this way. He can grab the c-file, but I like the pressure that I may ultimately have here. Plays f6. Interesting. So if e6, my pawn might be lost sooner or later. I could try to play a h4 type move. Not sure what I get out of that, though. Probably not much. Yeah, f6 is pretty logical. Let's take. Take again. Just queen e2. Okay, this... I apologize. This position's really boring, but... we're playing it. So I'm trying to go rook f1. Yeah, and now do I take on c5 and try to saddle him with a weakness, or just play something like h3? I don't know. Let's try to take on c5. We'll at least try to create some sort of imbalance in the position. And we both have potentially weak pawns. I'm thinking maybe I can get c4 in somewhere. That's what I'm really looking for. Could maybe do it here. Just checking if he takes twice. Or if he plays d4 and I take twice. I'm going to play it. Let's see what happens. I think it could be good. A lot of ways this could fizzle out, though, I feel. There's not a whole lot of material left. So check, and if he goes king h8, maybe I play just rook f1. Let's let him calculate this endgame with limited time, which my king is going to be closer to the center. I might just win this endgame if we trade everything here. I think I do. So maybe he'll play queen c8, only other move, but then I'm going to be up a pawn in this endgame. Okay, let's lock these up. Trying to make him think here. We're battling for squares. Okay. I have a draw if I want it. I think I can maybe win, though. Nah, probably not. It's probably just a draw. Yes, I think this is a draw. Okay. Yeah, good calculation by him. Not sure if that was winning or not. All right, let's see what he's got against the Scandi. He pre-moved e takes d5. You guys see that? He knew it was coming at some point. He's like, all right, John's messed around with the Sicilian enough in the 5+1 time control. Time to play a proper opening, the Scandinavian. Let's see what he does. Hashtag Team Scandi. This looks like some home prep. Like some home brewing. I've never seen g4 in this position. I'm not going to bother to take on d4 because when an opponent plays a move like that, and especially in a 3-minute game, you don't pause to think about it. Now, what if I go here, though? That's what I want to know. Let's try that. Show me what you got, David. Because I have ideas here. Queen c3, queen takes d4, and I pivot and I go pick this up. Also, I'm on d4, perhaps. So, I just gotta be a little careful. Maybe queen e2. Queen e2 actually looks okay. Yeah, queen e2 is fine. My move might be a bluff, but at least he has to burn time to find it. Plays queen b3. So yeah, I can still take that pawn, which I feel like at this point I kind of have to do. to justify my play. So I'm going to go for that. Queen d5 maybe? Queen d5, knight f6. Don't play that. Trying to find some fork or something that would work here, but maybe just knight c5? Or knight a6 maybe, trying to come to c5. Not too inspiring. Okay, let's do this. Crouching with the non-bishop pair. Such as the Scandi way. Stopping him from castling. Could play bishop f1. It's kind of a funny move, but it makes a lot of sense. On bishop f1, I think I'll play queen a5, and then on bishop d2, I'll return the queen to the d5 square when he can't play knight f6. And I'll be hitting e4 along with his queen. Slippery. Us Scandi players, we have to be resourceful. We're mistreated by the mainstream opening public. So we have to be resourceful. We got to do what we can to survive and prove that our openings and strategies are valid. Like I said, return here. Maybe c3 on the last move would have been good for him. I don't know. But I probably would have played this move anyways. Yeah, now I think he has to agree to swaps. Because the knight is loose and the queen's attacked. And he needs to guard c2 as well. So, you know, queen e3 is not going to cut it. That loses the house. This actually might be pretty problematic for him. He might have to lose even a little more material. Or, yeah, play something along those lines. Okay. So I can give him some really weak pawns. I'm just thinking what order I want to do this. If I want to take first or probably take here first. Yeah, do it this way. Just give him super weak pawns like this. Play a6 and just attack these socially distanced pawns in the future. Let's play a6 to start. Okay, maybe I should have developed my bishop there. Arguably. But let's bring the knight to d5. On bishop e5, I think I'll play rook g8, bishop e7, and try for an eventual f6. He's going to be pushing and trying to cause some confusion, but I feel like I should be able to get coordinated here. Maybe castle now. I can still castle, I think. Unless he's going to go g6. Nah, that's probably not a big deal. He has very little time now. f6 maybe? Yeah, looks good. Time to strike in this game. If he moves the bishop back to like c3 or something, we got knight f4. So no bueno for him. f5, f4 comes to mind. Looks outwardly strong, but don't have to rush it. Don't want things to be loose. On the other hand, now let's play king d7 first. Because I'm thinking maybe bishop f6 after this. Yeah, go here. Stop his bishop from getting in. Now I can banish his bishop to the corner if I want. Like take c3, f4, stuff like that. Yeah, let's take like this. Just visually, this looks very appealing. And he resigned. Okay. Was debating which way to take there, but all right. Let's play c4 this time. Switch up to English. Yeah, that last game was like right up my Scandi alley right there. It's nice to play games like that. Could be headed for a Catalan. Don't normally play Catalan. Let's play Queen c2. I sometimes play these setups where, gradually you play d4, knight bd2, and you go for e4. I've had this exact position before in a couple games. Knight f6 or e5. Yeah, I've had this before. Don't remember how it went, but have definitely had this. Let's play bishop g5. Plays f6, okay. Let's come back, I think. He seems to know what he's doing here. Okay, queen c2, expecting e4. Maybe bishop g5 then. He could sack for multiple pieces if that happens. Bishop g5, take f3, take d8, take g2. Maybe rook e1. Let's try that. That could be interesting. I'm going to allow him to do it. He seems like the type of guy, like David, again, great calculation. He seems to enjoy positions like this that are unbalanced, imbalanced, so would not be surprised at this point in the match to see him do this. I'm just thinking I'm going to have a short burst of development lead over him. So, okay, he doesn't do it. Thought he might. c5. Don't have to pull that trigger. Let's play here. Go here. Okay. Fight for some squares. I'm going to put my bishop on f4 after he moves his bishop. Get it back to a reasonable position. And try to jump in. And cause some problems. Problem child knight. I don't think I even want to trade it quite yet. He has knight b4 here. Maybe I should have done something about that. But yeah, I could play knight d6, but I kind of think I want to hold off on that. Threat is stronger than the execution style, really. Yeah, let's just play b3. Let's chill. Reinforce this knight. I don't know, maybe I'm allowing knight b4 and I shouldn't, but... yeah, let's go here now. I'm just trying to rule out this knight b4 move. I have to be aware of this alignment, but with his knight in the way for now, it shouldn't be an issue. Now he's threatening bishop takes c5. So maybe queen b4 or queen a5 is possible. Nah, but my knight is double attacked, so probably time to do this. I relent. But two bishops, possibility of an f3 breakthrough in the future. Good control of the dark squares. He's playing for knight g4, it seems. Could play f3. That arguably allows some play, though, with bishop d5, so I might want to hold off on that. Let's bring this over first. I'm a little down on the clock, so I gotta be mindful of that. G5, wow. He's going for it. He probably should. Okay, let's... he has knight g4 if I do that. F3 is the obvious move to play here, but I somehow feel that's not good. Now let's do it. Let's not fight fate. He's going to play bishop d5, I imagine. Let's take. I want my dark square bishop to do something. It's really not pulling its weight. It takes with the knight. Yeah, he just wants my dark square bishop. Let's go here. Okay, interesting. I guess I'm not opposed to this. I mean, take, maybe I play bishop takes. d5, he has knight f7 if I do that. I don't know. Let's do it, though. My bishop should be worth something here, for sure. Okay, 1 second increment, though. Not much. Okay, take. And... Let's take. Rook f8, I'll play queen d2, just trying to trade. Might be another drawn ending, actually. This king is going to get over there pretty quick. Not sure he has better at this point. Otherwise, I take b7 and I'm on d5. He might not want to allow that. He's going to take this way. Okay. Well, at least here I get into the endgame up a pawn. Okay, who's calculated this better? Well, he shouldn't have allowed me that. He definitely could have played that better. Yeah, because now I'm just winning. Okay. Little fortunate there. Yeah, had he just traded everything on f2 instead, that would have been drawn, because his king comes over. He eliminates my stuff, no problem. Okay, bishop g5. Not too familiar with this setup. Let's play here. It's like an extended Jobava London. Puts the bishop there. Let's play c6. Feel like this is useful. I never really mind it when my opponents play f3 in these type of positions, because I always feel like the weakness to their king, at least as a practical issue, makes their position much harder to play. Okay, these games are going all right. I mean, they're pretty close. It's just I'm somehow getting the edge against him when it matters in many of these games. So I'm obviously happy with that. Okay, let's go knight d7, reinforce. We'll probably castle queenside. I think maybe queen a5 here makes sense, just to put pressure. Expecting king b1, e6 after that. He might try to sneak in a e4 type move, which he definitely could because my queen is undefended. So maybe I should get creative and look for knight c4. Let's play h6 first, though. And just see how he responds. Yeah, I'm thinking about that ending. Oh, he takes. Interesting. He wants e4 on the next move. That is clear. So, all right, I'm just going to take this way, and then I'm going to play bishop back to e6 when he plays that. And kind of lurk against a2. He might take and just give me an isolated pawn, but then I have counterplay. Bishop b4, half open c-file. Can he play knight takes d5 here? I think he actually could have played knight takes d5 in that position. That would have been working. Queen takes d2, knight c7, check. King d8, knight takes e6, check. Unless his knight would have got trapped on c7 had I played king e7. But probably not. He would have been forking my rook and my knight. I think he missed an opportunity there. Okay, so bishop e4 looks obvious. Let's do it. We'll probably play a3. And taking looks fun, albeit unsound. Let's just take here. I'm just trying to accelerate my development. How thrilled am I about this endgame? I have mixed feelings. I'm going to go queen b6. Keep it on the board. Castle, maybe try to hit him with rook c8 as a tempo gainer at some point. He insists. All right, let's take. I'm going to try to put my king in the center. Maybe a5. I mean, a5, invite b5, and then like a4. Let's try that. Break up his structure. I know if he takes, I have to accept another isolated pawn, but I want to create some problems for him, structurally speaking. At least some things to think about. Momentum is key in these games. Give your opponent lots to think about. It's fun playing a match, guys. It's cool. There's the psychology of it, playing an extended series of games with someone. Okay, he plays b5. Now I was just debating if I want to play a4, but maybe king d6 first. This is a pretty flexible move. I think I have to escape this e-file pressure somewhere down the line. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah, let's play a4 here. Bring this rook over. I'm going to leave my king side alone for the moment. Even though I have a majority over here, I don't really want to touch it because there's nothing to attack. It's going to just become weak if I move it. Okay, so what am I doing in this position? That's the important question. I'll play knight b6. That was kind of my idea. I know he can take. Maybe bishop d7 now, though. For rook e7, I can go here if I want to neutralize. Yeah, let's do that. Just trade once. He's going to have knight h5. So I think I should take this way. Knight h5 is annoying, though. Just notice that. All right, I think I got to go here and try to win this guy. Although he takes g7, looks kind of sketchy for me. Maybe step here, just so he can't play rook e7 with tempo. Okay, repetition. Could play a3 or a check. Okay, let's check. Then I'm going to take here. I'm on his knight. Let's go here. You can't take this because I take d4, so that's at least nice for now. Got to do something. Ooh, now I have a weird mating net idea. Oh, nice. Fork. Resign. I thought for a second I might get him with rook c8 as a threat, but he quickly diffused that. All right, that's a loss. Rematch. Let's play d4. Go back to d4 main lines. I think he plays King's Indian, or maybe Benoni, Benko. Okay. Let's play this setup. This always leads to interesting positions. Knight ge2. I used to play this stuff quite frequently. Still do on occasion. Again, I'm saying quite, I'm sorry. Just ban that word from my vocabulary, at least for the next 24 hours. So I'm leaving the bishop back here. On h5, you can play bishop g5. This stuff is pretty well established. Queen d2 or bishop d2, I don't remember. I want to say bishop e2. Let's do that. Get ready to castle. Interesting. Okay, a lot of times they play bishop h4 here to hinder h4 as an idea for white, for black rather. Where's Andrew Tang when you need him? He's very good in these setups. Let's play it back here. I don't like him playing bishop d4 if I do that, so I'm going to play it like this. And now I have to figure out a way to unwind. So maybe queen here followed by knight d2. That's what I'm thinking. Get ready for this. Don't be surprised to see him push h3. Or f5. These pawn breaks. He wants activity. Not actually sure putting the knight here was a good idea because it kind of blocks his bishop. It's a standard square for the knight, but usually you're trying to do something a little more forceful. I don't know what the queen on b6. I might be able to push his knight away and knight c4 in the future. So queen back to d8. Okay. I think about playing h3 just as a way to stop him in his tracks over here. I think I'm going to do that. Also covers g4, so it makes f4 more annoying for him. Like knight g5, f4 would be winning a piece for me. Plays g5. He's going to play it strategic. Interesting. He's going to put that knight back on g6. Definitely an interesting way of playing. Let's go here. He's going to maneuver that knight over. Okay. I kind of like that for him. Not going to lie. I'm going to try to change it up. Like weaken his structure somewhat. He's just chilling on the dark squares, e5 in particular, which is a great square for him. But I have some squares of my own. This knight looks a little redundant. They call that a superfluous knight. It wants to go to the square of its brother knight. Now he's looking for bishop g5. So let's go knight c4. Ooh, is that a mistake? Take, take, I can take d6. Although my king has to suffer some consequences. Now let's try it. That's interesting. Otherwise, I feel like he's kind of getting what he wants in the position. He's still going to have compensation here for sure. Like he could check. He could. And he does check. I feel like I should play king d1 maybe here. Although he takes g2. Yeah, taking on g2 is actually pretty annoying. Let's go here. This looks like the most sane move to play. I need to head for this side of the board. Going this way is going to make the position so tough to play for me in time pressure. So if I lose g2, so be it. He can take it now. I mean, he's probably debating if he wants to do that or save his rook. I would probably take. Ooh, he plays a move I didn't consider. Bishop d7. All right, well, let's take. Yeah, now can I keep g2? I mean, that would be ideal. But I think I more so just want to get my king to safety, so I'm going to do this. Just prepare king c2. I don't like that decision by him, bishop d7. I don't think he had to do that at all. He had queen takes g2 or rook d8. Those are perfectly fine. Didn't have to sack an exchange. f5. Trying to open. Let's go here. So if take, I'm going to get the f6 square. Trying to encourage him to take me. And that's a blunder of a piece. All right. Yeah, things got out of control there for him. I think he had a reasonable conception, but yeah, it just got a little messy and not in his favor. Let's play the queen a5 Scandi this time. I also kind of want to play Magnus's idea he told me about. I'll try that in one of the games for sure. Queen e6, queen g6. Not as crazy as it looks. Okay, let's play bishop f5. A lot of theory in these lines. This is one of the variations that can lead to an advantage for white. Small advantage, in my opinion. Let's play queen c7. Pretty standard. Usually I like to castle queenside in this type of setup. Plays knight e5. Now, typically you want to take that, so let's take in knight d7 or knight d5. Close call. I'll play knight d7. Attack the pawn. Knight d5 is also playable. Bishop takes d5, e takes d5. Some sharp stuff possible there. Plays g4. Okay. Now typically they're going to rush you with the f or the h pawns. Plays f4, yep. Maybe I'm in a slightly passive situation here. I'd like to play f5, but I feel like I might get squished if I do that. So let's castle. But now if he plays rook hf1, let's say, I could be in some trouble. Plays rook e1, though. Yeah, feels like he's reinforcing, but maybe that was inaccurate. I think the other rook over was just better. So h5 definitely comes to mind here. And I wonder if he'll play f5 if I do that. I could also play knight b6. Maybe throw on knight b6 first, and then h5. I think I like that because then my queen has contact with the f7 pawn. So let's try to get him to play bishop b3 and then go here. He might want to play a maintenance move like this now. Keep the structure, because you don't want to play g5. You go control the f5 square if you do that. I mean, I do feel like f5 is ultimately what he wants to do, but if I were white, I would play h3, temporizing move, and build up to f5. And that's why I think this rook is just poorly placed here. Yeah, he forces it. All right. He's playing for a clamp. Interesting. I could play h4 here. and try for a bishop h5 type freeing operation. Could also just develop. Be nice if I could get my knight to e6. Let's play h4. I feel like h4 is just kind of a natural move. Yeah, I saw he could do this. Let's take. And now always I have to watch e6 coming, for sure. But for now it's not a threat, so let's just do this. Could play queen d4 maybe. Be careful on the light squares, John. Queen d4, I have c5 perhaps. That's c5, c4. Let's do that. I feel like he probably missed this move. Now, do I play c4 directly or trade first? My dark squares might be a problem if I try to do that. Let's go c4 directly. Kind of inviting some chaos, though. Knight b5. Knight b5 might be good. I don't know. That's sharp. He's going to be a bunch of stuff hanging here in a second. Okay, queen c5 is playable. He takes a7. I'm going to play this kind of fast. I don't know about the consequences of this, but I feel like I need to do something along these lines. So just going to go for it. Oh, he's going to trade and just take c4. That's smart. Touche. Okay, at least I can play knight d5 here. Yeah, let's go knight d5. Attack his bishop. I need his bishop off that diagonal. It's been bothering me for too long. Far too long. Now, how do I eventually free my pieces? I mean, f4 at some point has to be begging to be played. Bishop f2 maybe. Let's try to play something solid though first. I need to get some coordination going. Getting low on time. When you're low on time, you got to coordinate. Okay, I think I can take. He doesn't have bishop f4. Ah, he has that move. Okay, let's go here, pin. Maybe b5 next. I mean, fortunately for me, it doesn't look like he's mating or anything. But for sure, I'm under pressure here, in time pressure. At least visually. Bishop's still buried, but it's going to come back in the game at some point. c5, I have knight d5. It's the only thing I'm hoping for. Okay, got to play for activity. Knight e3. Ooh, now I'm getting some serious activity. Play for mate. Ah, not with that move, though. That was a blunder. That move's not going to cut it. Go after h2. Got to do it. Must be done. I don't know. Ah. Okay. I completely lost that time scramble. The Scandi goes down. Tragic. I might have managed to escape, but he kept the pressure on quite well. I keep saying that move. Just stop, John. Just stop with the quites. Yeah, he kept the pressure on. Okay, we're at the stage in the match where we're playing knight f3, g3, bishop g2. Reverse Grunfeld, maybe? Let's go for it. Let's try. And c4 next. I really thought I'd get him there in that time scramble, but didn't happen. I thought when I got my bishop to d3, but I couldn't maintain that bishop. That bishop perished. So leading the match 10-4. It's going well. We probably don't have a whole lot of time left. Yeah, I just saw the message, less than 2 minutes in this one. All right, let's take. Try to keep the queens on pressure, c6. I've got a bit of a development lead here. Rook d1 coming. Or bishop e3 now. Bishop e3 looks very good. He has to be careful. He wants a trade. Feels like maybe I could do something with trading knight c3, but he just plays a6, and I guess he's just chilling. All right, I'll buy that. Let's go here. Knight d5. Okay. Step here. I have g7. Let's go f6. Bishop e5, that is, and invite f6. I'm thinking knight a3 or maybe an e4 type move somewhere. He just wants to get castled. Not seeing a whole lot. I'm just going to play queen e4. I know he can play king f7, but at least I can try to develop and continue pressuring him. Now, maybe knight a3, c4 is what I should do next. Okay, he goes there, so that's not coming with tempo, at least for me. Develop. I'm comfortable here, though. Let's play rook d1. Make sure that queen's defended at all times by the knight. So if take on c3, I'll just take back. Play for an edge. On rook d8, I have this perhaps semi-annoying move, bishop a5. Let's play that. Yeah, nice position here. Good control. Play a3. I'm just trying to take away squares from him gradually. Unclear if I want to play b3 or a3. It's a little hard to say. And now I might want to move my queen and look to play e4 soon, although he'll play knight b6. Maybe queen d3. Kind of a weird move, but he can't use the d8 square. And knight b6 I can take. So maybe that's a little advantageous for me. Shouldn't be using so much time, though. Let's go here. Just plays back. Okay, that's weird. That I definitely don't mind. Because now he might have an issue about where to put that knight. Probably has to go to c7, which I don't think you want here. With knight b6, I take knight takes, and he's going to lose a pawn. Looked like he was just trying to make me make a decision there. Okay, he plays that. Queen to d7 was looking good. Let's go for that move. Could play rook d8 here and just try to play with 2 rooks against the queen. White must be better there, though, if he does. Okay, now he's like all pinned up. Okay, let's do this. I don't know about this, but I'm trying to defend e4 without my pieces becoming too loose. Okay, let's cover that square. Take. Everything covered. Maybe he has bishop takes a3, I don't know. He does. Okay. Go for a little swap. Oh, I gotta move. Way down on the clock here. Like I said, guys, that 1 second increment, basically worthless. You can't plan your time management on that. So when he's keeping everything defended, that's why it's so annoying. I'd probably take my knight. It's too annoying here. If I were him. Okay, I just clicked draw. I got the draw. So don't mind that. Oh wait, I think we might be... Okay, yeah, we should abort. That was the end of the segment. Okay. So, yeah, kind of more of the same. Time scrambles. They're coming right down to the wire. In general, again, I feel like I'm getting the edge in most of these pretty close positions, but not making the most of my chances. That was a game where I hesitated in a good position. So, yeah, full control of the match, though, going into the final segment. It'll be 25 minutes of 1+1 bullet. So going to stop this recording here. I'm bleeding blitz rating points because I am quite a bit higher rated. So it'd be nice to move on to the bullet portion. So thanks for watching, guys. And part 3 coming up. Match against International Master David Pruess. Bye.